Hey everybody, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, that website address for you is theclinicaltrialsguru.com. It's been a while since I've done a video on my YouTube channel. We recently did a Google Hangouts with Clinical Trial Guru producer Darshan Kulkarni, and it was awesome. But he hosted it, so those series of videos were on his YouTube channel, and I don't want my YouTube subscribers to feel like they're missing out. I gotta provide you regular content. And anyways, I've been getting questions. But if you want to watch those videos, which I consider must-watch interviews with Darshan Kulkarni, they are on the blog, theclinicaltrialsguru.com. They're also on Stitcher, for those of you who just like the audio and not necessarily seeing us talk, two talking heads. They're good. They are good interviews. Like, I consider them must-watches. But I did get a question, and I'm going to try to answer it. It's from a person in Europe, and he wants to move to the United States and open an SMO, and that's a site management organization. And for those of you who don't know what an SMO is, I did a great interview on the blog with a person who actually does this for a living. She runs SMOs. She's also a Clinical Trial Guru producer herself, Selena Chavanez, and she's got a very successful SMO based out of Ontario, Toronto, Canada, and she also has a lot of sites in the United States, and it's a great interview. It's probably an hour long. Check it out. Just go to the blog, theclinicaltrialsguru.com, and in the search box put SMO, and you'll be able to find that video. So today's question, this guy wants to know how to go about doing this. And what I would suggest is not to start off big, but to start off small. And it's counterintuitive. I am an entrepreneur. I like to think big. I have lofty, ambitious goals. I want to buy the Clippers. But you got to start small, especially when it's something that you have no experience doing, which is clinical research. Start with one site. Build up the SOPs, which are the standard operating procedures. Get a good, solid pipeline for your company, for that site. Okay, and then you can start opening more clinics up in different geographic areas that will not compete with your first clinic. And these could often be in the same state. Like in Southern California, it's a huge region. There's like 20 million people in the region. So you can have different sites not competing with each other. In fact, at South Coast Clinical Trials, that's what I did. I have various sites in the region that do not compete with each other for patient population or for studies. So basically what you do is start out with that one site, get a solid business model and systems, standard operating procedures, SOPs. Again, do a search on my blog for that, SOP. And basically replicate this model after it's successful. Give it 1 or 2 years, or maybe even 3, it wouldn't hurt. And then open another clinic, and then maybe open a third. After that, I would say within 5 years, you can consider franchising. So find doctors in different areas and tell them that you're going to open a research clinic in their office, and you'll provide the systems, you'll provide the studies in exchange for some kind of revenue share. Maybe you pay the doctor, maybe you pay him or her a percentage, maybe you pay him or her a fee for service. It's really up to you. There are models that do this. And at that point, it sounds like you're ambitious and you're going for scale. And that's why I do suggest you start small and really understand the business before you just go crazy and start contracting with different doctors. Not saying that you can't do it, but have a solid base and really understand what it is that you're getting into and how to run a research site before you start contracting with multiple doctors and trying to scale it. Because I understand, I'm an entrepreneur, scale is important. We always talk about scalability on my other business podcast, dansfair.com. But you really want to have a solid foundation, and I think 2 years is a good amount of time before you can start thinking about franchising or partnering and essentially creating an SMO. Hopefully this helps. I want to give my Clinical Trial Guru producers a shout out. It's Sarah Elizabeth Siegler, Resolve Research Solutions, Accurate Clinical Trials, Erdhart Clinical Trials, PTNR, Patrick Stone, Darshan Kulkarni, Biopharm Systems, Zymewire, Mozio, South Coast Clinical Trials, Breakthrough Clinical Trials, and St. Paul Medical Research Center in Miami, Florida. If you want to be a Clinical Trial Guru producer, it's $99 for a lifetime membership. You get promoted in every video on the blog with links. People are going to find out who you are and what you do. It's $99 for a lifetime membership, and I'm only accepting 100 people, and that is it. So email me if you're interested, dan@theclinicaltrialsguru.com. I also suggest you check out my DVD, How to Get More Studies for Your Clinical Trial Clinic. This should help you if trying to create an SMO. And also Introduction to Clinical Research. It's available on the website, very clear for you to find it. Dan from theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Thank you.